Leaders, we are at the end of this Love Handles journey. Well done. I trust that it's been helpful and beneficial for your group. Tonight, you're starting to look ahead to how to build a community where we do these relationships well forever. You will have a bunch of people in your group, some of whom are married, some of whom are single. And what we're asking them to do tonight is to set themselves up to live in the open, to live connected to the body of Christ, to walk in the light instead of walking in the darkness all alone, where they are really cannon fodder for the enemy. So there are three questions that you're going to chat about with this whole we are one body, Christ is the head, we're all connected to each other thought as the backdrop for that. The first question is this kind of community, this kind of all-access pass that I get to give to certain people I trust, where when I look back in my life would that have been really helpful? And this might take a little bit of jogging and getting going to start with, because we've not often seen it done well. We've either seen churches not speak about this topic at all, or we've seen churches dive in and speak with far too much judgment, really, and prescriptive advice that leaves people feeling like they've done wrong. So you're probably going to have a few stories up your sleeve to get the ball rolling here. But for me, I think my first dating relationship, if I'd had someone walking alongside me going, Paulo, this thing is unhealthy, why are you continuing to string it along? Why are you, out of fear of hurting someone, continuing to keep an unhealthy relationship going? That would have been amazing for me. I think later when I was dating Bern, flying down to Cape Town to visit her, it was very easy for us to go under the radar. And when you're away for a weekend with your girlfriend down in Cape Town, I was sleeping on the couch, we were doing our best to not overstep boundaries, but also we would spend all day, every day, together alone, not learning how to be a relationship that blessed a community, which is really what we were called to be. We wouldn't get stuck into a church down there because I was leaving straight away. So I look back at that and go, sure, I wish I had taken more seriously my role in the body of Christ that Bern was in down in Cape Town, and vice versa when she came up here, so that we would have been in a community speaking into our lives. So that's the first question. Where would community have helped? Where would it have ended an unhealthy relationship sooner? Question number 2, where's it gone pear-shaped? If we don't get this stuff out in the open, if people aren't able to speak about where they've been let down or betrayed, then we've got no chance of encouraging them into these kinds of relationships. So you need to just get it out in the open. Where have you seen church community living out in the open, this real all-access, intimate kind of friendship? Where have you seen that hurt? Get that stuff out in the open. And then the last question, I would like you to start to get them quite practical. So how are we going to build these relationships going forward? What are we praying for? Are we asking God for friends, or are we just asking God for the perfect Mr. or Mrs. Right that I can then elope into the sunset with? Am I praying for God to put a community around me that makes it safe for me to date, or safe for me to keep on doing my marriage in a godly way? When I do find a couple that me and my wife can connect with, or where me as a single guy can connect with that older couple, how am I going about setting up times with those people? I would recommend that by the end of this conversation tonight, you've sent people out to go and put into their diaries coffee dates with whoever it is that they're going to make themselves accountable to. It's always a great idea until we actually put it into the sort of fabric of how my week is going to look. So that's what you're trying to have them finish with. How often are you going to meet these people? How are you going to build this relationship? What level of access are you prepared to give them so that the relationship isn't just a nice idea, but it's set in motion? So that's the conversation, and I trust that by the end of it, you feel like your people are set up to walk into more and more health in this area of their lives. Thank you for leading so well.